Thanks. Hello, everyone. How are you? Welcome to Open Minds to Open Hands podcast. We have an amazing VIP guest, Jennifer Rogers, all the way from Oklahoma. Jennifer, it's an honor to have you on our podcast.
Thank
Please,
you.
yeah, I would like to share something with all of you. So allow me to have a short introduction before we start the podcast and allow me to share my screen. Now, hopefully, here we go. Well, hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is a very exclusive, a very unique opportunity for you to listen in with our amazing guest, Jennifer Rogers, all the way from Oklahoma. How are you today, Jennifer?
I am wonderful, Eve. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much. It's an honor to have you as my VIP guest here on Open Minds and Open Hands platform. Jennifer,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Jennifer, I would like to just introduce you to our viewers. You are a transformational leader, international best-selling author, podcast host, a firm that
Shit.
somehow I thrive, and the visionary behind the Yukio Wellness. And you are an author, you are, a best selling author. We met, dear Jennifer, at this amazing platform, the Diamond Beauties.
Yes.
And we want to shout out to Sanat because without her, this connection wouldn't be possible. And I want to have a special thank you for Susie Dan, because Susie introduced me to this wonderful community, and everything just grow from there. Jennifer, would you like to have your short introduction for our viewers and followers? Thanks for watching, everyone.
I don't know if I can top what you've said about me. You really put me on a pedestal there, Eve. So I don't know. I think the most important thing I need to remember right now is just to breathe, right? Yeah. Just be
Yes.
present and
Shall we
breathe.
start with the breath work?
Yeah. We may need to. We may need to.
Oh, dear Jennifer. Like I said, I had the privilege to be on your podcast, and I'm
Mhm.
telling you, the way you are inviting your guest and the way you making your guest feel so comfortable, feel safe. Oh my God, that's a true gift what you have, Jennifer.
Thank you. And that ultimately was my goal and will continue to be my goal with my podcast is to create that safe space for those that have a story they're ready to share. And we all have it. Again, it's affirm that shit. Somehow I thrived. And so we
Yeah.
just created a place for those stories that are being held within to come out because what I've gone through, what you've gone through, others need to hear it and they need to know they're not alone and that we are here to help them one story at a time come through where they are, where they've been, and where they're going.
That's right. That's right, Jennifer. And you often speak about breaking free from limitation and embracing your highest potential. In your experience, what is the most common unseen energetic block that holds people back?
To put it into two words, it would be the words I can't. And I don't know where we all got that thought of I can't do, or I'm not good enough, or I'm whatever it is. And so spending time and identifying that, because we know when someone asks us a question, usually that's just surface level speaking, right? So let's go a little bit deeper. What's buried under there that's preventing
Mhm.
you from feeling this way? Where did it start? And how can we clear that block? How can we move forward one step at a time? And sometimes that first step doesn't happen until you're months down the road. I have a client that we've been working with. We're going on 8 months, and he finally stepped in to his first huge change. And as you know, as a mindset coach, that is our goal, is to be there and provide that support and to give those gentle pushes and gentle nudges along the way. But just know that we're here to catch you when you fall back a little bit.
Exactly, exactly. Wow, those I told you guys and all of my wonderful followers and viewers out there to bring your notepad, because Jennifer is gonna drop the wisdom, the golden nuggets, what you can implement in your life today. So, grab your amazing notepad, your favorite pen, if it needs to be colorful, and start writing it down, because this is not recorded, this is live, this is raw, and this is authentic. And we have Krista Rose, an empowering process. That's Christiana. She is watching us. Oh my God, we have two amazing ladies from Canada. Thank you, wonderful viewers. Thank you, wonderful viewers, for tuning in.
And
That's
Eve,
gonna,
may I
yes.
say something as you're encouraging those to write? I want to expound upon that and make that a practice. And if you have those I can't blocks, or I'm not good enough, or I don't know how I'm going to, I want to challenge your viewers and your listeners to just get a sheet of paper, write it all down. It doesn't even have to be legible. Just write it down. It doesn't have to be a full sentence. It could be, I'm not worthy of this job. Okay, I wrote that down. I'm not good enough for this home. I'm not connected enough to be in this room. Whatever it is in your mind, write it down in pencil and right until it just stops flowing. When it stops, I want you to take an eraser and one at a time erase everything you've written. Erase it. It doesn't belong there. Once that paper is cleared of those marks, I want you to cut it and get rid of it. And how you get rid of it is going to be what you feel internally. Some people, it's putting it in a bowl of water and drowning it. Some people, it's setting it on fire and watching it just dissipate. For others, it's burying it in the earth. So once you've written it down, you've erased it all, shred it up, and then listen to yourself what your final step needs to be to start breaking that freedom.
Wow. Yes. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna practice that today. I'm gonna
I
write
want you
it
to
down. And
video
then a
it,
video and
send
I
it
send
to
it to
me.
you.
Yes.
I have to make some corrections. We had some wonderful messages coming through. Galley Crafted's here watching us. Thank you so much. That is empowering process. Galley, please tell us where you're tuning in from. Thank you. And Krista said, I can't wait. I have purple pen and the change. I can't wait to change the way we talk. I love it. I love it, Jennifer. That's what I need to put on my other glasses. I have two glasses. I went recently to uh, my doctor so I can have another set of specs because I need to have one for distance and one for watching TV. And I always have to swap glasses because I can't see what I'm reading.
Yes, I understand. I'm the same way. I have a working set of glasses and then I have a driving set of glasses. So I'm like,
But I
come
top up
on,
my
I.
game and I did the duofocal whatever
Mhm.
lenses, so it will actually change it for me. So I will have one beautiful, stylish new one ready.
Yeah,
I can't wait for that to have it, so I don't have to keep
yes.
changing it. Dear Jennifer, yes, thank you. Oh, Galli's from New Hampshire, wonderful. My next question, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's
What's the prize?
go!
Let's
Let's
go.
go! You integrate ancient wisdom, energy healing, and modern
Mhm.
transformation techniques. What is the logical, how you can prioritize in a logical way to have your intuition as well, and how you can reconnect to how you can reconnect with your true inner guidance?
Okay, I just want to make sure I'm following you. So we have the logical brain and then we have our intuition. And so how do we connect and work through the two? Would that be a good
Yes,
way to frame
yes.
that? Okay, that's a great question. A lot of times I even heard this statement the other day. A gentleman shared with me, well, I had this feeling and this thought and it was correct. And he goes, I know it's woman's intuition. And I think we've all heard that, a mother's intuition, a woman's intuition. But peel back that layer, we all have it. And one of my biggest and most beloved modalities, and I think anybody that knows me knows I love Reiki. It's just if I could do Reiki all day, every day, and just talk about it, do it, share it, let's go, I would be in the happiest place. Reiki, in its simplest forms, is just energetic movement of those blocks, right? Moving that negative energy. And so when I'm explaining this to someone who maybe is not familiar, I say, think back to when you were a child, or maybe you're a parent and you have a child, and that child busts their knee, skins their knee up. What is the first thing that we do? We put that hand on that knee, don't we?
Mm.
Or as a mom, you lean
You
in and you
really
give that boo boo a kiss. Or if you're like me and you're a grandma, you lean in and you kiss all kinds of boo boos. But it's that healing power. It's that knowing that the healing comes from within. I didn't have to think about that. My kid that fell off their bike and hit their knee didn't have to think about it. We automatically go to it. And that's what your intuition is. It's that automatic drive to what's right. But the logical brain comes in and says, oh, wait, what if it's not right? We need to proceed with caution. Yes, we do. But when we know it's right, we know. And a great example, simple example, is taking a different route home from work. I decided today that I'm going to go a different route. I have no idea why. I just wanted to go a different way. And then I find out there was a wreck on my usual route home. That's an intuition. That wasn't a questioning. It was just like, I feel like doing this. The biggest way to build in your intuition and to grow it is starting off with 2 words. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anytime you get a confirmation like that, thank you. You just pull out of the driveway and you realize you've left your wallet or your purse in the house. Thank you. You reminded me now before I got to the grocery store checkout line and I look like I can't pay for my groceries. Thank you for the
We all
reminder.
that have, we all
We
have
all
that
have done
moment.
that. A basket full of groceries.
Guilty.
Yes.
Yes.
So even in those small moments, and I'll give you a great example of a time this happened for me. And Eve, I feel like you know me well enough. I'm a very organized and detailed person,
Yes, she is. Yes.
especially when it comes to paying my bills. I'm like, I don't want to owe anybody money. I want to get this done, right? So, probably like many of you, I have a notebook that has my passwords in it. Every Friday, I pay a portion of my bills. And so I'm in this notebook every Friday. And I go one Friday to pay my bill and I cannot find my notebook of passwords. Where is it? I don't know. I can't find it. I'm only in here in my office. It doesn't leave my home. But that fear sets in. What if I did stick it in my backpack and take it out with me one day? What if I did accidentally drop it in my purse? All the what ifs, right? Because all my passwords to my bank accounts are in there. All my passwords to my social media accounts are in there. Someone could totally wreck my life because we never get our bank accounts broken into, do we? Nobody just deposits money for us randomly. They take it from us. So all those thoughts are going on. So, excuse me, I tear my office up the best I can. I'm not finding it. And finally I said, it's here. I know it's here and I'm just going to give it away right now. I'm going to put it to rest. And I left the office for that evening. When I went to bed that night, I said out loud to my password notebook, I know you're here, and I know in the morning you'll make yourself present for me.
Yes.
And I just want to say thank you for revealing where you are. Those were my exact words. Eve, I get up the next morning. I come in my office. I log on to do work, and I'm sitting here. And next to my desk, I have a little subwoofer speaker, space about this much between the bottom and the desk. But I'm sitting here, and all of a sudden, I hear, what was that? And I look right at the speaker, and I have to get down eye level at my desk. And in between the desk and the speaker is that note. I had been in here all day the day before. First thing I said, thank you. And so don't try to logically work through things all the time. Sometimes take it as it is and just say thank you.
Well, thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. Thank you, my beautiful followers. Thank you, my beautiful viewers. Let's talk about your amazing wellness center, Yukio.
Yukio.
Yukio Wellness Center. It
Yes.
is a special space for healing and freedom. Can you please tell us where is the word Yukio come from and highlight a healing journey, what was most pivotal for you to have shift you to the person you are today?
Absolutely. So Yukio is Japanese, and I chose that word in honor of Reiki being a Japanese modality. And so Yukio at the core level means the floating world. But if you expand upon that, it is leaving the troubles of the current beside and just being present. And that's what I want my clients, my visitors to experience when they're with me. Yes, you may have all this going on, but right now in this space, you are present with me and you're present with yourself and you're receiving all that you need. And so, how I came to this again is Reiki. And I didn't know anything about Reiki, had never heard of it. And my mother in law invited me to a class one day and said, "Hey, this class is going on. Do you want to take it?" And I'm like, "Sure, let's go." And so we go, and it literally was life changing in that moment. I received levels 1 and 2 attunement that day. And so it was a long day of training, a long day of history learning, a long day of practicing. But the point that I knew there was a shift was at attunement level 2.
Mm.
And my Reiki master who attuned me, June Kelly, was behind me. And if you've ever gone through attunements, you know there's steps that are followed. And at one point, I thought I felt her touching the top of my head, and I thought, oh well, that's I didn't feel that the first time. And as she goes through this, what I felt was literal ice just going from the back of my head all the way down my back my legs, and straight out the tips of my toes. And I thought, man, that's pretty powerful stuff. And so after the attunement, I asked her, I was like, did you touch my head somehow? Did you? And she was like, I never touched your head.
Wow.
And I thought, man, that is something. And so then, we have our 21 days of self-care and practice. And so really diving in and what can this do? And then who can I practice on and what can I do? And just falling in love with it. So when I opened my business, it only made sense to me that I continue to honor the Japanese culture with the name.
Thank you. Thank you, Jennifer, for sharing that. Wow. This is very, very interesting and very informative. I didn't know that. Thank you.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
so much. And we are having two more questions for you before we wrap up, my dear Jennifer
Yes.
and my lovely viewers out there. Um, I really want to highlight this question, and the last one is going to be for you, my beautiful viewers. So get ready because we're just going to blow your socks away. But before we do that, Jennifer, you're going to present on the benefits of tapping in the Inner
Mm.
Transformational Summit in Romania. And tapping has gained popularity in so many ways, and to understand the full power of it, it's very interesting. Can you share an experience, a personal or a client feedback after the impact of this technique, what you use?
Absolutely, absolutely. So immediately two come to mind. One of them was a client I was working with. And for those of you that may not be familiar with tapping, it literally is tapping softly and gently on certain parts of the body while leading through it. And the way I practice it, I will lead you through what to say, and I will watch your breathing. We'll slow down, we'll speed up, we'll move on. But we'll identify what you want to work with. And so with this client, she felt great that day. She was like, man, I've never been more authentically me than I am now. And I'm like, great, let's work on that because we all need more of that. Because tapping's not just about removing negative blocks, it's about pouring in those positive and just building upon those. Because when you tap, what we're actually doing is we're reaching that subconscious brain, getting out of that logical monkey mind again, as you've heard before, but getting into that subconscious. And so as we're tapping and we're repeating the word that she identified that day, as soon as we got here and then moved to the lip and the chin, you could see almost a heaviness take over. And she sunk in her chair, and then tears just began to flow.
Wow.
And we proceed because we're not going to interrupt and ask questions during that time. There's something that's releasing in that moment. And so we finish the exercise and she comes back and she says, there's something I need to work on. There's something that's in there that needs to let go. And I said, you're absolutely right. And that's the beautiful thing about tapping is that you don't have to remember all the steps. Sometimes I just want to, maybe I need a little extra love today. So I'm just going to build in some love. I'm going to build in some love, or I'm going to build in some confidence, whatever it is we identify. But I think the second and most eye-opening for me was someone who was not a client. My husband and I are in the process of downsizing, selling everything, and wanting to live RV full time. And so we're at this RV store, and the lady speaking to us is just talking a mile a minute, as fast as she can go. She's been in her job almost 20 years and just doesn't even need to think about what's said. It's just rolling off her tongue. But as I'm watching her, her breath is just getting enough in to spit more words out, but her leg is just bouncing. And so I
Wow.
asked her, I said, are you nervous? Are you excited? What's going on? And she said, girl, I'm nervous all the time. She goes, I cannot stop fidgeting. I can't stop moving. She's like, I've done it since I was a little girl. And I said, well, do you mind if we try an exercise? And not knowing, because I'm a customer in her space, right? And I said, I won't touch you at all. I'll just walk you through. And we just walked through a simple, even though I'm anxious, I accept, love, and forgive myself. And we walk through this. And when we're done, and you're talking, this is less than 2 minutes of work. She stopped and she said, my legs aren't bouncing anymore.
Mm,
And she was like,
wow.
she goes, I feel like weight has been lifted off of them. And she said, what did you do? And I said, I didn't do anything. You did it. And that's the beautiful power of tapping, is that you own the power to shift and change.
Yes. Yes. Our lovely viewer says, wow, thank you for sharing about Reiki and inspiring others and other people to try it. And Gail said, all our stories are available in our body. I love that you use tapping to recover memories. Wow, thank you so much. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is even better than I expected. You are sharing true insights and strategies, how we can actually implement these in our life. Um, Before we wrap up, my dear Jennifer, you are master of Reiki, breathwork. You use NLP. You mastered Hoponopo, and I would like to ask you this question so we can help our viewers and everybody who is following our YouTube channel here. Um, People who actually new to this self-development, self-discovery journey, what do you recommend them? What should be the first, or what are the techniques what they need to try to really see a change in their life? If you can share that for our viewers, that would be amazing.
Absolutely. And so I have many modalities that I practice. And to me, I think of it like shoes. What shoes am I wearing with this outfit today? Do I need to really work and get some grit out? And I'm going to put those tennis shoes on and I'm going to dig deep. Well, then we may need to do some breath work, right? Or am I someone who's really tired and I just need to relax? Let's slip on those house shoes and let's have a comforting Reiki session.
I love
Am
it.
I someone who, I'm coming and I'm giving a presentation and I need to be fully polished? I might put on my best high heels. I'm going to work on some tapping and confidence. So every modality is available, but it's about the connection between me and you in that moment, because what we do today may be different the next time we see each other. What we do then, we may come back and do again what we've already done. And that's the thing about the modalities. They're modable, they're flexible, they're bendable, and they're yours to take with you and make your own. I'm just here to show you, support you, and love you through the process.
Wow.
And I
And
really love shoes.
I love. Who doesn't love shoes, ladies? Come on, drop me in the comments. Who doesn't love shoes? Oh my
Right.
God. And then exactly, this is a perfect example. Jennifer, thank you. It was an honor to have you on my amazing platform. Please tell us how we can connect with you. We're going to share all the comments as well and all the links for you. But just to know, just to our viewers to know how they can get connected with you.
Absolutely. So my website is yukiowellness.com. And you can email me at jennifer@yukiowellness.com. I'm on Facebook, so connect with me there. Listen to the podcast. I'd love to be the space for you to share your story. And you can find me on YouTube under Affirm That Shit, spelled SHYT. So we're not getting in any trouble there, but it is Somehow I Thrived. So connect with me the way that works best for you. And my phone number is even out there. You're welcome to shoot me a text. Probably better to do that than send me a direct message because the chat bots have been getting me
Oh,
lately.
I know how it is.
Yeah,
Yes. Well, thank you, thank you, thank you. All of the links will be available for you guys, all of the connections. So please reach out to Jennifer because she is an amazing, 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 transformative, I would say icon, if I can put that for
I
you,
will
because
take it. I will wear that. Thank you.
thank you. A lot of great things are happening at Coach Chief's Corner. We have a couple of events coming up in May. We have our live event in person here in Scotland. One of my friends is going to Scotland, uh, Scottsdale. And sometimes, when you have too much information, you uh, have overload. So the event will be May in person here in UK, Scotland. Also, we're going to have our Inner Transformational Summit October 3rd, 4th, and 5th, 2025 in the heart of Romania, in Europe. All of the information and all the links will be available for you. You can sign up and you can request to be registered for these events. They are very limited spaces, only 120 spaces are available, but we try to accommodate everyone. If you're not going to able to be registered for this one, we will put you on the waiting list. So don't worry, everybody will able to somehow, some way get into these live events. Thank you again for tuning in. Thank you for watching me. See you next time.